Hey everybody, welcome to Men's Essentials. Duke Cannon launched this new Midway cologne. I'm gonna let you guys know what I think about it. I did buy a whole bunch of new Duke Cannon products. I already made a review about their new beard and face lotion, their new Wayfinder soap, and their new High Country Thick body wash. They also have that body wash in soap form and that Wayfinder soap in body wash form. Go watch those videos if you're interested in those. But let's jump right in and talk about this new Midway cologne. The first thing I want to mention is that this is an eau de parfum, which means that it is a little bit stronger than an eau de toilette. An eau de parfum has about a 10 to 20% perfume oil concentration. These can last from about 6 to 8 hours, depending on your skin chemistry and how well, your body reacts to one of these colognes. So just an overall profile of the scent, you are going to get a very strong and aggressive citrus sweet top note with a little bit of flowery top notes in there too. I would say maybe it smells almost like jasmine to me. But then after that dies away, some of the middle notes that you get with this are actually spicy. They don't mention this on the label at all, but I get a little bit of like a cinnamon, maybe a little bit of cardamom in there. It's just a lot more spicy than I expected to. And then after about 4 to 6 hours, you're gonna get those woody base notes, that sandalwood, and I would say even maybe a little bit of vanilla in there, but mostly sandalwood. So it is a really well balanced cologne. So having said that, this eau de parfum from Duke Cannon really is strong and heavy and aggressive. It's funny because on the back of the box, they mention that it's a subtle and natural scent, but I disagree with the subtle part. It's not subtle at all. It's extremely aggressive. They describe it as a cool breeze blowing through palm trees in the Pacific, but I also disagree with that. With that description that they put on the box, I was expecting something a lot more bright and a lot more citrusy, and this is not very bright. It's heavy, musky, just very strong. I keep repeating that because that's what it is, guys. It's just not cool or refreshing. Now, what they mention on the label with the scent notes are citrus and sandalwood. So I do think that they did do a really good job of combining both of those scents into this one. The scent is a really good combination of both of those items. Now, normally I don't like sandalwood scented products. I did try their Sawtooth cologne and I did not like that cologne at all. But they did a better job of combining this one with another scent note, which is citrus. And I think that the majority of the sweetness comes from that citrus scent. And the sandalwood brings in a little bit more earthiness and woodiness. I think just more of the heaviness and aggressiveness just comes from that sandalwood. So when you first use this, you're definitely gonna notice the sweetness. That's gonna be super strong, and that will last for a while. At least for me, I feel like sweet, strong eau de parfums like this, the sweetness that stays on my skin for about 4 hours, and after that time the sweetness dies away and the other scent notes come through. That sandalwood scent is going to become more apparent after about 4, 5, 6 hours. And that's another interesting thing, is that this cologne, the performance is very good. It does last a very long time, and as the day goes on, you're gonna be able to recognize different scent notes in there. This cologne actually reminds me of Manscaped's Persevere cologne. I do like Manscaped's Persevere cologne a lot more. It seems like that's just a better quality product. I think that the super aggressive musky scent in this Midway cologne just makes it seem like a cheap drugstore cologne, in my opinion. It does smell good, don't get me wrong, but when I compare it to other colognes that are in a similar category, which I would say Manscaped Persevere cologne is very similar, Manscaped is better, but this one's not bad at all. I don't want to drive you away from this Midway cologne. I'm just trying to draw some comparisons so that you guys are aware. But performance wise, it is very good. If you're looking for a cologne that's gonna last 4 to 7 hours, I do recommend the Midway cologne from Duke Cannon. I do really like the bottle too. It's got a very straightforward, clean and simple design. Nothing over the top, just very masculine, very cool. So after having said all that, guys, I do like this cologne. It's not my favorite cologne. It's very good. But I would give this a score of 3 out of 5 stars. One other thing is that it's only $25, so you can't really expect that much for a $25 cologne. I think for that price range, this cologne does work really well. One of the things I've been doing lately too is that I will recommend cologne that I think matches well with any of the soaps or body washes that I test out. But in this case, since I'm reviewing a cologne, I thought that I would recommend a couple of soaps that I think would match really well with this cologne. Now, the first one might be a surprise to you guys, but I recently tested out Dr. Squatch's Rainforest Rapids soap. And I know that Dr. Squatch just launched a Rainforest Mist cologne that seems to be a very close match to that Rainforest Rapids soap. It's not really an exact match though. For the cologne, they list notes of eucalyptus, bergamot, and cedarwood. On the other hand, for the soap, they mention eucalyptus, sage, and cedarwood. So it's probably very close, but not exactly the same. Anyway, I think that soap from Dr. Squatch has a very similar scent profile to this Midway cologne from Duke Cannon. So maybe it's not the most common pairing, right? Something from Dr. Squatch and something from Duke Cannon, but I think it would go really well if you really are a fan of this cologne. Using that soap will really pair well with this cologne, and you can continue that same scent profile throughout the day. And then the other soap that I could think of that was similar to this cologne is the Summit Air soap from Bearsville Soap Company. They are a company they're a soap company that's not as popular. I think they're gaining popularity. A lot of people recommended them to me before I reviewed any of the Bearsville soaps. So I think that this Summit Air soap bar from Bearsville Soap is going to be a really good close scent profile. So it'll match well with this cologne too. I would say that what you're going to smell the most in that Summit Air soap is the spice. There's a bit of citrus in there too. If you haven't tried any Bearsville soaps, I highly recommend them. And since I mentioned the Manscaped Persevere cologne throughout the video, I do want to say that I have a full review about that cologne on my channel page. So if you're interested in hearing more about that Persevere cologne, go to my channel page and watch that video. Now, I haven't tried many of their other colognes. I did buy their other new cologne called the Buck Moon cologne, and that one has a scent combination of vetiver and oak moss. The only other Duke Cannon cologne that I've tried was their Sawtooth, and I absolutely hated that one. But then I also bought their Dark Water Solid cologne, so I'm going to be making a review about that soon. And then one of their new scents is this Superior Body Wash and Soap that they created. So stay tuned for all those reviews coming soon. So leave some comments and let me know what you guys think. If you disagree with me, let me know why. If you have other colognes in mind that you think I should test out, let me know in the comments too. And if you're new to my channel, I like to make videos about men's essential products and accessories. So things like these colognes and other grooming products from Dr. Squatch, shaving accessories, watches, sunglasses, just anything else that I think is an essential item for men. Please like and subscribe. But thanks for watching today, guys. Have a great day. I'll talk to you next time.